Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you who are joining us on today's TP Talks webinar. Thank you so much for attending. Today, our guest presenter will be Urvashi Sheth, Vice President of Global Care with Western Digital. Urvashi will share her insights on strategy and approach towards servicing Western Digital's global customers, as well as best practices to culturally appropriate and consistent customer service using various channels of interaction in 16 global languages. My name is Grant Helmendock, and I will be your moderator for this conversation. I've been at Teleperformance for the past 6 years, and like many of you, I've been involved in providing global customer care solutions all around the globe for the past 15 years. Before we begin, let's do a little housekeeping. So just a couple of items. There's several related resources available for you to download in the resources widget to the right of your screen. The webinar is designed to be interactive, so you'll see multiple icons at the bottom of your console. If you have any questions, as we'd love for you to interact with us, please submit your questions in the Q&A window on the left of your screen, and do this anytime during the conversation, and we'll address them during our designated Q&A session, which will be towards the end of the discussion. Should you have any technical issues, please click on the Help widget. It's the box that looks like the question mark. And if you'd like to reach us, please use the email widget. So first and foremost, what is TP Talks? Well, at Teleperformance, we're the curators of the customer experience. And as such, we're pleased to bring you this series of webinars, which we call TP Talks. TP Talks is packaged in 30-minute webinar segments and designed to help you as the curators of your customer experience, to help you learn from best practices, from big trends, innovations, and real-world success stories from your peers who are leaders in this industry. Teleperformance has worked diligently with our clients to curate this content for you, and there are several of these available on demand, and you can access them in the resource widget, which is to the right of your screen. So let me begin just quickly by telling you a little bit about Teleperformance, who of course is the host for today's webinar. So we've been serving leading brands for almost 4 decades. We support our clients in 160 markets around the world. So if you've ever called for customer care, engaged in a chat, filled out a form, or posted online about a brand, chances are you've interacted with us. Teleperformance is the leading company across verticals and channels, and that includes customer care, technical support, customer acquisition, digital solutions, analytics, back office, and other specialized services that ensure a consistent and positive customer interaction. Well, why do I share this with you? Well, the reason is because at Teleperformance, we're committed to partnering with our clients to find innovative ways to manage obstacles and create deep and lasting relationships for you with your customers. We're committed to helping your clients succeed, and this webinar is a reflection of that very concept. So we're particularly proud of the industry awards and the recognition that we've received from analysts and many of our clients for our ability to help curate their brand experience, making significant difference in the market perception of their brand. Our intent as we launch each and every project is that it will be a world-class program. If you're looking for a partner, I encourage you to look at someone who has experience in providing world-class services. If a company selects a partner who's never provided services at this level, it would be mere coincidence that they achieve this for the first time in working with that brand. Before I introduce our guest today, let me give you a little tidbit on Western Digital. Western Digital, or WD, manages more than 1,000 different SKUs and annually sells over 500 million products globally. This scale and effectiveness can only be achieved by innovations in their strategy, support interaction channels, technology, and quite frankly, their culture to stay ahead of the game. As a result of their efforts, they receive 300,000 web hits in a day in 16 languages, and they won Oracle's Modern Customer Experience Award. In this session, Urvashi Sheth, the Vice President of Global Customer Care, will share her insights on strategy and approach towards servicing Western Digital's global customers and best practices to culturally appropriate and consistent customer service experience using various channels of interaction in 16 languages globally. Urvashi manages worldwide support and warranty operations for Western Digital. She's been instrumental in transforming the customer support operations to a world-class team that provides not just basic customer service, but also technical support, high-traffic online support, return merchandise authorization, and they support Western Digital's in-house e-commerce portal. She's won many awards and accolades resulting from her passion in developing innovative, cost-effective, culturally appropriate solutions. And these solutions not only impact the bottom line, but they also enhance the customer experience, which has led to a rapidly growing customer base. Urvashi, welcome and thank you for participating in TP Talks. But first, we'd like to get a little participation from those of you in the audience and make this a little bit more interactive. So if you would please check the number of languages that you support in the appropriate box so we can collect that data, and we will use that as a point of reference as we talk about supporting languages globally around the world. And if you all will finish with that, let's quickly see the results. So about 40% have less than 3 languages, another 23 to 5, and interestingly enough, 40% have 10 or more languages. So this is a group that's used to participating and worrying about how we handle different language cues. So with that, let me turn this over to you, Urvashi, and once again, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Grant. All right. Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. First of all, thank you to Teleperformance for this opportunity. Thank you to Grant, and thank you to the producer of this, Srini, his name is. He has done a fantastic job. And then there is a partner of ours whom I know who has been working with us on our account management, Tom Gephardt, who requested for me to speak at this TP Talk. And I was intrigued when he asked me. And the fantastic job they have done, so great work. And thank you for a great partnership for the last 10 years. So let me walk you through a little bit about Western Digital, and then I'll walk you through about my department as a global customer care, what we do and how we do it. And then we will talk about our vision, etc. So Western Digital, as you can see, our portfolio, this is a published portfolio, and you can see this slide on our website as well. But if you look at it, we have consumer solutions, which, I'm sure that some of you at least have used it. I have never met a person who hasn't used either SanDisk or Western Digital product. Whenever I travel, whenever I sit in the plane, if I tell somebody next to me that I work for SanDisk, people have actually taken out the USB drives and shown it to me that you guys make a good product, and that's the brand reputation we have. And with that brand reputation, as a global customer care team, we have a charter of making sure that brand reputation is intact or gotten better, right? So if you look at this slide, the customer solution, and then there is embedded solution, which goes in the automotive and planes and computers and laptops, etc. And then on the right side, you are looking at the data center solutions where we have bigger customers. I cannot name them, but I'm sure from the fruit company to biggest retailer in this world, etc., right? So we have this portfolio of storage products, which we are basically, I would say that we are one of the biggest storage products provider and technology leader. If you look at this portfolio, we are pretty much covering the storage needs from a grandma of a 65-year-old in Wisconsin to a very, very high-end IT person's need for running the data center. So that's our portfolio. Now let me walk you through what, as a global customer care, me and my team does. So we are chartered with a couple of things. One is support of consumer solutions and some of the embedded solutions. We do not support data center solutions, but we do get occasional calls, which we work with our application engineers, et cetera, on that part of our solutions. But if you think about warranty, Grant mentioned that our install base of all of this product is about 500 million, give or take, per year in terms of devices. And we are tasked as a team to manage that warranty as well. So we are talking here customer care. We are talking warranty. We are talking refurbishing of those devices. We are talking fulfillment of reverse logistics of those devices as well. So we are looking at global customer care. In terms of the demographics, especially focusing on consumer solution, or we call it content solutions or retail, whatever you want to call it, our demographics varies from, as I said, a grandma in Wisconsin to a person in China somewhere who buys a SanDisk USB drive. So it's really wide variety. It's worldwide. We support 16 different languages, and our volume is really, really high touch. Okay, so moving on to our vision. So if you ask me that, Urvashi, what is your vision or what is your mission, or how would you define it in one line? So our basic mission is, if you asked me, is to delight our customers, period. Be it a question regarding a USB drive or an embedded NAND or a hard drive or a warranty-related question or whatever that may be, or pre-sales or post-sales or technical support, we want to delight our customers. And our vision is, provide excellent customer experience. Now, anybody will come and tell you that is our vision. Provide the highest number of, get highest number of surveys, which are great, excellent, whatever. But how do you do that? How do you reach to that? Are you just looking at giving them a good service on the phone call when a customer calls you? Or are you looking to give a lot of control to your customers so that they can find the answers they want and the way they want? So what I am talking about here is that making your information of support available on the channel that a customer likes. So if you look at this, the second point here on this slide is integrated customer service channels. So we are, I'm sure that all of you are using pretty much phone, chat, knowledge base, forums, social media, et cetera, but how you are using it and how you are augmenting those channels is the question. When you are using it is one thing. What are you doing and what problem are you solving for the customer using those channels is very, very important. And I will give you a couple of examples in upcoming slides on what we did about, using SMS and using WeChat. That's what we implemented as well. In a couple of next slides, I will talk about it. And finally, no presentation these days basically is over without the word AI, to be perfectly honest. And when I looked at this presentation, I was thinking that, do we want to put this AI in it? And then I decided yes, because, we are very, very aggressively trying to figure out that how will we solve the problem of our customers using AI? Because I'm not the person, who just wants to throw a channel out and just say that in the presentation that I have a channel which is AI-based. That's not the idea. What are we doing for our customers, giving that channel, making that channel available? That's the idea. What kind of a feedback we will get from our customer if we implemented that channel. That is also very, very important to me too. So let's look at our next slide. So here's the customer experience, smart and interconnected channels that we use. So let me go back a little bit here so that you guys can get a, let me just kind of paint a picture in your head here. So think about a company which is Western Digital, which acquired a couple of companies 2.5 years ago, which was SanDisk, which was HGST, and then there is another brand called G-Tech. So we are talking here the whole storage portfolio, which you saw on my first slide. And then we are talking about taking those brands and putting the customer service together as one unified customer service for all our customers. I'm not there, by the way, at that point that we are giving a very unified experience to our customers. But in last couple of years, what we have achieved is adding at least channels, different channels for all our different brands. So I talked about giving an example of SMS and WeChat. So let me talk about it. We have quite a few of these channels. We have forums, we have live chat, we have call and email, we have guided assistance. Our knowledge base is extremely high touch, and we get about 4 million hits in 16 different languages on our knowledge base for SanDisk and for Western Digital or WD brand. We have review responses. We have lots of channels open for our customers, and we open these channels one at a time, listening to our customers. So we began with call and email first about 10 years ago. Then we added live chat. Then we added guided assist. Then as we moved on and as Amazon became very prevalent, we started responding to the reviews as a manufacturer's response, which was really very, very useful for our customers. Our technical support forums are there. But recently what we did is SMS and WeChat. And let me give you an idea of how we are making our support culturally appropriate. So let me give you an idea about when I say culturally appropriate. So our support varies from, if you think about it, from the farthest east of, India, Japan, China, Korea, that part of our world, and then Middle East, Europe, and then the U.S., right? So very, very different way of asking for support. So to give you an example, we have a very huge install base in China and India. China and India are our biggest contact generator, basically. And a person in China or a person in India wants to talk with us, not much on the phone. They love SMS. In China, they love WeChat, right? So we kind of figured out that we need to listen to what the culture moves to. So let me give you first an example of the SMS. In India, the culture has moved to WhatsApp and SMS a lot. So if I sent them an email, any information in email, our open rate or response rate or actually read rate or whatever you want to call it was very, very low. And our biggest call driver, if you will, was the warranty status. So in India, people would call us, hey, where is my device? If I gave you my old one, now I need a new one from you guys, which is under warranty. So where is it? And we will get 5 calls in probably 3 days. And we decided that let's look at it. What is our customers asking? They want their statuses upfront. I don't think that they want to call us, but they want to make sure that their device is on their way, and which is fair, So what we decided was that let's implement the SMS service, and we implemented it with our partners in Teleperformance. First, we implemented that was our pilot in India. And it was a huge success. Our call rate went down by about 23% over a period of time of 6 to 8 months, which I thought was extraordinary. But here's what we did. We actually figured out what the customer wants. We just did not go and implemented SMS service. What we figured out is first we did the pilot for very small number of SMS that we would send. We would see that if it will actually give us the results of reducing our calls or not, and it did. So as I said, it did really, really good results. Now let's move to China. China of late, I would say about last couple of years has been, very difficult in terms of how do you respond to a customer's need in China, because there were email, they were not wanting to do email. There were calls that were coming in, calls still come in, but they were not very happy about it. Customers were actually asking us, do you guys have WeChat? Can we just talk to you on the WeChat support? And we listened to them and we implemented WeChat. And I'll tell you that in the beginning, WeChat was not successful. What we found out was that the chat time on WeChat was really high. And here's why. When customers were chatting with us, they would just put us on idle, they would just go on a phone call, and they would just kind of, do whatever they were doing, and they will come back and chat with us on WeChat. And our chat time was 23 minutes or 25 minutes, and we were thinking, oh my God, what did we do here? So we looked at it and we put some checks and balances on that WeChat, and now we are bringing it to about 8 to 10 minutes for a chat. My personal goal is about 3 to 4 minutes and be done. So we have to, when the other, takeaway on these channels is when you implement a new channel, first obviously listen very, very carefully to the customer. And I saw that about 33% or 40%, Grant, remind me if I'm wrong, were about 10 plus languages. So all of you are kind of battling the same problems, which are, cultural too, I would assume. But my experience tells me that first figure out what the customer wants, then let's do the pilot and figure out what the results are. Because our WeChat results in the beginning was not so good. That was not so good. But now it is definitely getting better. However, from our customers' perspective, they absolutely loved it. Even if it was 23 minutes or 25 minutes or 26 minutes, in China, our customers absolutely love talking with us on the WeChat. Our customer satisfaction totally went up. No problem. So at least that part of from customer's perspective went really well. From our personal challenge, we had to, figure out how do we man this channel with how many agents, etc. And that became, really cost prohibitive if it goes into that 23 or 25 minutes region per chat, right? So that is the smart and interconnected channel. One of the things I do want to emphasize on this one also is what has gotten us to, particularly Grant mentioned the awards, etc., and it's nothing to do with me. Our team, obviously, and our vision as a team was to make sure that the knowledge base and the knowledge base contents and how you present the knowledge base content, that was the key to our success of, for our customers. So our customers loved our content online in 16 different languages I think we have. They go there, they solve lots of problems online. They give us feedback if they don't like something. We manage our knowledge base day to day, minute to minute, hour to hour, in order to make sure that our customer has up-to-date information on all our products. It's very, very important to drive self-service using state-of-the-art knowledge base with really good content. Now, there are challenges now we are seeing as well, where if you put too much text into it, as well, people don't want to actually read it either, and they will pick up the phone and they will call you. But to give them the good power of finding their answer is definitely in knowledge base, be it mobile enabled, be it on the desktop, whatever works for our customers. We are giving them all the channels that is possible and all the power that is possible to find the answer. Okay. All right. So let's move to the next slide now. So generally speaking, we, as a technology company, it is our responsibility, it is our charter, it is our, vision that we are a step ahead in the industry when it comes to our customers, when it comes to providing support for our customers. We have basically channel-rich support available for our customers. And the idea is that not only channel-rich, those channels have to be culturally attuned. So again, going back to the SMS or going back to WeChat or going back to, no matter what I do for Japan, I can give them all kinds of channels. But Japan, our customers still love to call us. Absolutely. So we make it available for them, and we man our Japan phone line accordingly, because our customers in Japan, absolutely, no matter what we do, wants to talk with us on the phone. So it has to be not just channel rich. Channel rich means nothing if the culture doesn't adapt to it, right? So that it has to be culturally attuned. Convenient footprint is like, we have to give all the language support, obviously. And, the other day, one of our sales guy was telling me that, I want support in Swahili. And I said, yeah, right. That's we are going to think about. But that's the convenient footprint that you have to provide for your customers when your customer base is worldwide, and when your customer base is basically in so many different countries, so many different languages, and using so many different channels. And adaptive is very, very extremely important. So if you don't adapt to that culture's need, then I think that people are not going to use different channels. You will just remain on the phone. That's what is going to happen. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so finally, we are continuously executing to our vision. Basically, make the footprint available, educate your customer, listen to your customer, resolve their problems, get the feedback. That's the continuous, circle that me and my team follows on our general day-to-day global customer care life. With that said, I am going to give it back to Grant. Grant, thank you very much.
Urvashi, thank you so much. Very insightful, very interesting, the way you provide support around the world. We've got a number of questions. We may not get to all of them, but let's do our best. So the first question is, for those companies that may not have as large a set of queues as you have for the different languages, how do you think about supporting languages that would have thinner queues?
Right. So that's a great question. And, I had the same challenge when we started about 10 years ago for SanDisk, because SanDisk was growing in retail a lot, but still had a very, minimal requirements of, there were requirements of different languages, but not that much of traffic, if you will. So first, find obviously a good partner who understands your needs. And for us, we were really good, and we have a call center in Europe with Teleperformance. What we did was we had one agent who spoke a couple of, or at least 2 to 3 languages. And we only opened first the support for emails in very low volume queue. And then because, email, as all of you know, email just takes less time the live interactions. Then that agent who would speak like 1 or 2 or 3 different languages, that would be very useful because, that way you can, for example, you can do Italian, Spanish, German is generally very high queue for us, but if it is German, then you can find a balance within, for example, 5 to 10 agents where you can probably support 9 to 10 different languages. So each language will need at least 2 or 3 agent because there's absence and there's vacation, whatever. But you need to think it through, like have an agent who can speak at least 2 to 3 different languages. That's the best way. That's how we did it, and that's how it worked out very well for us. Finding a good partner who understands your business is very important, though. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. No, thank you, Urvashi. Based on the number of questions, you obviously have hit a very important topic and one that's germane to a lot of different companies. For those of you that we run out of time and we weren't able to answer your questions, please feel free to submit them via email, and we will do our best to get back to you. Let me just quickly remind you to feel free to download resources and watch other TB Talks webinars that are on demand available. And I want to thank everybody for the time, but especially Urvashi for your participation today. Hugely helpful to me, and I'm in the business, so I really appreciate the insights. Thanks.
Thank you.